Hello, loves. Hello, hello, hello. Put in the comments for me where you're watching from. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, happy Monday. We're coming in and we're doing part 2 on toxic feminine energy in business because these behaviors are keeping you on the broke side of business. And I really want you to not be on the broke side of business, okay? Hey, Georgia. Hey, Houston. Hey, my love. Hey, Tennessee. Hey, Tallahassee. And so I'm going to be talking about the rest of those key areas that you need to pay attention to that are very, very toxic when it comes down to you and your business. So it's some toxic feminine energy that's occurring and that's happening. And like I said, it's keeping you on the broke side of business. And I want that not to be your reality, okay? Let me send this out to some amazing women so they don't miss this info. If you haven't, please put in the comments for me where you're from. And for those who do not know me, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine healing coach, but I'm a feminine business strategist. And what I do is I help my amazing clients who are fit women service providers. I support them in actually building digital-based business models that allows them to be able to do their sacred work from anywhere in the entire world. Most recently, my most recent win has been while she is in Jamaica. So I have a multitude of wins and a multitude of receipts, but I support my clients in that way by helping them to become energetic matches to receive whatever it is that they're looking for. So if they want to become better wives, if they want to attract better suitors, if they want to make more money in their business, all of these things are very, very possible for them. They just have to be energetic matches to be able to receive what it is that they're actually asking for. I think we tend to do a lot of praying and we tend to do a lot of, I'm just going to hope this thing works out this way. And we don't really prepare. We don't really get ourselves together for that. And our eyes are just a lot bigger than our stomachs. So stop praying and asking for things that really you can't manage, because these are the things that you're not going to be able to keep. And it's no such thing as getting something if you can't really sustain it. It's no point, okay? Hey, my love. So I want us to be able to sustain beautiful relationships, sustain healthy growing businesses, sustain healthy friendships. I want us to actually be in the long game with these things. And I think a lot of times we put ourselves in a position where where we're wanting to play the long game, but we end up playing the short game because we play ourselves, okay? So my position is to help you not play yourself so that you actually start getting the things that you want out of life. So that you just kind of stop settling. And a part of that is understanding your innate value. So one of the major things that I end up teaching my clients is that I teach them the importance of them knowing that they are high value currency. And I need everyone to understand that you are high value currency. You are time, you are energy, you are attention, you are money. Hey, my love. And if you lack any of these things, you really have to ask yourself why. You can't really ask anyone else, because all of these things were given to you during the perfect time of creation. Like, you literally came here with an assignment. You came here with something to do. So the fact that you made it here is huge, and I need you to understand how valuable you are. You don't even have to do anything else. You don't have to perform. You don't have to put on the show. You don't have to do all of these things that society will tell you that you need to do. You simply just have to really be yourself, okay? So it's very, very important for you to understand how valuable you are and understanding that you are currency. When I say that you are currency, I'm saying that you are time, okay? When I say you are time, I'm stating that the Most High took great time in creating you, but then also gave you the time to be able to do everything that you're supposed to be doing here. Hey, my love, you also are a multitude of energies, okay? It is your responsibility to get to know the energies that reside within you, because those energies are unique. Those energies are beautiful. These energies literally will open doors of warmth and kindness and nurture and put you in high level positions when you know how to manage the energy that is within you. When you don't know how to manage the energy within you because you don't understand it, you abuse it by doing things like people pleasing, or not having the right amount of boundaries, or not allowing yourself to say no to things that you know you need to be saying no to. This is what happens when you don't understand your energy. It is very, very important for you to know the power of your feminine energy as a woman. is so, so, so vital for you to know that, so that you can protect your heart above everything else, like it literally tells you to do in scripture. The reason why you keep getting your heart broke, the reason why you keep attracting men who just seem to just run you into the ground, and people who drain all your resources, and you never seem to have good friends, is because you don't understand the power of your energy. And because of that, you give it away so freely. Because you don't understand the power of your energy, you pass it out like it's the free chicken that the man gives out at the mall. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't give out such valuable energy for free and then expect people to value it. I'm going to be very honest with you. A lot of people spend time dissecting the 48 laws of power, saying things like, oh, it's so demonic, it's this, it's that. Hey, my love. But what you don't understand is that the majority of people in the world, and the way society is run, they govern themselves according to those 48 laws. And what you have to understand about one of those laws is, it speaks about when you allow yourself to be easily accessible all the time, that you lose your value. And if you really think about society, it shows you that. College degrees used to be the cream of the crop, the highest level that you could just do this, and it was just so great with education. Now anybody can go get a degree, and it's not valuable, and therefore so much so they're not even asking you for it to come and work at these 9 to 5s. Excuse me. Because it's not valuable anymore, because so many people now have them. So you have to understand your value, and your energy is rare, and start acting like it. Start acting like it when it comes down to business. Start acting like it when it comes down to relationships. Start acting like it when it comes down to friendships, because it matters. You are of this amazing, innate, beautiful, unique energy, and you should not be letting people play with you, and you should not be people pleasing out here. Okay. The third thing you need to know is that you are actually attention. You don't have a focus issue. You're focused on the wrong thing. How I help my clients and support them from going from making no money to almost like 5 figures in less than 30 days is by helping them shift their focus. You can make that type of money very, very quickly, very, very swiftly. It's not difficult for you to do. But the key element of that is you being able to focus. Do you have the ability to streamline and really become disciplined and really be only digesting things that are going to elevate you to the next level? Can you take 30 days and not listen to trash music that's programming your mind to do something other than what you want to do? Can you take 30 days and not fill your body with a bunch of junk, but actually put fuel in your body, because your body is a vehicle and it's a vessel that needs to run on good fuel? Can you take 30 days and not watch a bunch of foolishness, but actually start implementing and reading more books so your life can go to the next level? If you can shift your attention, you can make the type of money where you are making 5 figures a month. Don't come to me asking me, how do you do this work and how do you make this type of money, when you're not ready and willing to shift your focus. If you want to be focused on what celebrity business is going on and what these people are talking about, you do that. You keep being enticed by the smoke. Other people are going to be paying attention to where the fire is coming from, because that really needs to be the shift in the focus. So when I say you are attention, you need to understand that you are high level currency. You are absolutely attention. So when you are focusing your attention on the right thing, that's where your energy is going to flow. That's where your time is going to go. And then guess what? Voila, bam, you got more money because you shifted your focus. I used to be a person who worked a 9 to 5, who was stressed the hell out, who was all over the place looking crazy, who was worried about how things were going to be happening. When I got control and focused on my attention, and I really, really zoned in on what was important to me, I was able to start creating a cushion so I could leave that job, because I knew I didn't want to be there. Some of y'all think that y'all are stuck in these spaces, and you're not stuck. You're just sitting there. You're not taking action. You're not making any moves because you're not paying attention. And then one of the key things you're not paying attention to is you're not paying attention to the fact that you actually are money. You are money. Like it says it in scripture, it literally tells you in Proverbs 8 and 12 that you have creative and witty inventions in your very being. So the fact that you don't realize that you are money is the reason why you slave and exhaust yourself for it. It's the reason why you chase it. It's the reason why you can't seem to catch a bag. It's because you're running after it. And when you run after money, you are violating spiritual law. When you run after anything, you are using force instead of power. So that means you are leaning into your own human accord instead of actually sitting in or standing in the fullness of your spiritual authority. You could call things to you instead of going to chase them. It's so much easier for you to sit in your femininity when you do that. And I really try to try to explain that to women. Stop making the statement that you need a man to come and take you out of your masculine responsibilities. The truth is, you need balance. I'm gonna tell you, and this is for the sisters who working so hard and exhausted, and you got 50 million jobs and you doing all that. You're doing all of these things because you are disconnected from your authentic feminine design as a woman. By nature, we are creatives as women. We are literally creatives as women. You are, as a woman, you are literally an income increasing asset. And when you don't understand that you are an income increasing asset, you begin to work for income instead of creating it. So what this looks like is you overexerting yourself at a position, or you overexerting yourself at a place that doesn't value you, that doesn't pay you truly the value that you provide. All of these things just so you can get a 2-week check because you've gotten on a system of thinking this is the only way that you're able to get paid. That is not the case. Money, if you can look it up on Google, money is 75% cotton, 25% linen. There is no financial backing. There is no gold backing behind the dollar. And the dollar every single day is going down, down, down if you are really paying attention to the fire instead of the smoke. There's a lot happening with the United States dollar that is really going down. It's tanking. And if you're not paying attention to what's going on, you're going to find out that all that money that you think you focusing on and you think is so important really has no real value, and it's going to hit you in the face real hard when it all reveals itself. So I'm trying to prepare you now for you to understand that you are the value of your company. You are the value of your 9 to 5 if you are working at a 9 to 5, because it is your work that gets them to the vision that they're actually needing to get to. You don't work for money, you create it. The key is, if you're going to be at a 9 to 5, let me tell you something. For those who are at a 9 to 5 and who hate being at a 9 to 5 and who want to leave their 9 to 5, I'm going to put you on game right now on how you could do it. And then I want everyone to put in the comments for me, I am currency. The first thing that you're going to need to do is that you're going to have to get down to the bottom of you. You're going to have to really assess your gifts, your skills, the different things that you've done over the years, and really pay attention to the skill sets that you have mastered. When you start paying attention to the skill sets that you have mastered, then you can start doing the research to see which one of those skill sets is in high level demand. And when I say high level demand, I'm speaking about what corporations and companies would pay you for that particular type of skill set to come in and train their company, where they would pay you 5 figures, because that happens every single day. I support women in being able to do this type of work all the time, right? So when you have that high level service, then you can start pitching it, emailing it, putting it out there so people can literally get to you. All you have to do once you have that high level service that is working for you is get that service together, get those statistics together, get your proposal together, shoot it in an email 100 companies every day. I don't want to hear no crap either about how nobody email. If you email 50 to 100 companies a day, just shoot one blast email. If you do that every single day and you have a service that's worth 5 figures, you have a higher chance of closing 2 to 3 clients from all those people. So let's just say if you did 50 companies a day and you emailed, I don't know, 5 times a week, right? So that's 250 companies a week that you're emailing times 4, which is going to put us at 1,000. So that's 1,000 companies that you've emailed within that 1 month. 2 or 3 of them companies, what if they come back and they say, yes, you've hit your first $30,000 month, ma'am. You just hit your first $30,000 month for your $10,000 product, your service that you offer, because you actually went out there and you were bold enough to promote it, because you understand the value of yourself, what you're offering, and most importantly, you know you are money. And the reason why you settle for a life that is less than is because you don't know that your true value. You don't know your high level currency. You don't know your time. You don't know your energy. You don't know your attention, and you don't know your money. So you slave yourself for these things. So when it speaks about in scripture, and it talks about for the love of money is the root of all evil, that's because you slave yourself of it. Money itself is not good or bad. It's just money. The reality of the situation is the intent in which you put behind it, because you're trying to worship it because you feel like you need it so much. But you really don't need it. What you need is to understand your own value. So put in the comments for me, I am currency. Because I need you to understand that you are time, you are energy, you are attention, and you are high level. You are high level of these things, and you are also money. Stop cheapening yourself and cheapening your experiences as a woman by settling for things that are beneath you. And I'm talking about clients, I'm talking about men, I'm talking about positions. Stop playing yourself when you know and understand that you are high level currency. But you also have to be operating like that. Okay? Another thing with understanding that you are currency before I really help you reclaim your power back in business, because we need to break the silence on this toxic feminine energy that's happening in your business, because it's literally keeping you on the broke side of business. And I want you to come off that and come out of that, because these things are going to be so important, and you need to do this crap before 2024, because I'm telling y'all, 2024 is for the feminine women who are about mastery. 2024, hear me when I tell you, you're going to see a lot of women just coming out like boom, 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 powerhouses. 2024 is the year of feminine mastery. 2023, I was here to teach you how to make money, how to get your emotions together, how to prepare you for what's happening coming into 2024. 2024 is for women who are operating from feminine mastery. Those women are going to be experiencing amazing love lives. Those women are going to be experiencing a lot of income into their life because they're operating in alignment. Those women are going to be connecting and be doing their work all over the world. These women are not for play. And those are the women that I work with. And those are the women that I co-create with. Okay, I don't work with women who don't know what's going on with themselves and who don't know what's up. So I need you to understand it about yourself. The next thing I need you to know is that your beliefs impact your biology, and your biology influences your behavior. The way that you behave speaks to how you're operating internally. Okay? If you believe that you can do something, the body's going to agree, the behavior is going to show no result of something being done. Okay? Another thing that you need to understand before I hop into you reclaiming your amazing power in business, so that you can get off the broke side of business, or off the inconsistent money flow aspect of business, is you got to know this success strategy that I teach my clients. Okay, I teach my clients a 3-part success strategy system that really, really supports them and takes them to the next level. The first thing is obedience to spiritual law. You have to understand that, listen, there are universal laws and spiritual laws that literally govern this world. Okay, and the more you are in tune with that, the easier it is for you to navigate, the easier it is for you to manifest more things and resources into your business. You cannot fight law, you have to honor it. But the only way you can honor law is if you know it. So if you don't know law, it's going to be very difficult for you to honor it, very difficult for you to bend your reality, very difficult for you to create the life that you really want. Okay, one of those major laws that a lot of people use against themselves instead of using it to elevate themselves is known as, scientifically, the law of cause and effect, but scripturally it is known as the law of sowing and reaping. You will see it in scripture where it says, God is not mocked, for whatever man sows you are going to reap. People take that one verse and they only try to apply it when people do things to them, so they can say, you gonna sow whatever you reap to me. But you're not understanding what your life is looking like right now are things that you have sown for yourself, and you are now reaping these things. So if you don't like what's happening in your life, these are because of the seeds that you have sown. If you lie to yourself, you're going to attract people who lie to you. This is not only spiritual law, but this is also science. What you will learn from me if you've never met or talked to me or been on my live before is that I come from 3 key areas with my knowledge and my wisdom and my insight: scripture, science, and psychology. When you really pay attention to these things, all of these things are heavy when it comes down to actually having a quality of life, a great quality of life as a human being on this earth. It is best for you to understand spiritual law. It is best to understand the science of how you operate. It is best to know your psychology, so that you prevent yourself from being in cycles and situations that your lineage keeps repeating, because nobody seems to learn the lesson. Okay, so you got to understand that whatever you inflict upon yourself, it is going to come to you. Whatever you inflict upon other people is going to come back to you. If you lie to someone else, the very person you want the truth from is going to lie to you. No one is taking a tally up there about what you're doing. The Most High created the universe, which is an algorithm that responds. The universe is an algorithm that responds. Hey, my love. It responds. It responds to what you do. It is very much so cause and effect. So if you are responding to yourself with disrespect, the self disrespect is going to be met with disrespect from other people. And if you want so badly to be with men, those are going to be the main ones that are disrespecting you, because you don't honor yourself. So you don't attract honor when you don't honor yourself. But you understand that when you know spiritual law. That's why it's so important for you to know spiritual law, so that you are using it to advance your life and elevate your life. Let me tell y'all something. Scripture literally is giving you game to help you elevate your life. That is why that spiritual law is important. It's not to keep you in bounds like you think. Hey, my love. It's not to keep you in a cage like you think. It's not about that. It's about allowing you to be able to see things as they are and be able to choose and use it as a leg, so that you can create the reality that you really desire. The problem is, a lot of us have been on this earth and you've gotten all this media programming about what you desire, and you don't even know what you want. Which is why when a man asks you, hey, what do you want to eat today? You can't even give several options of food things, that categories for someone to even work with and pick from, because you're so all over the place, because you take in all kind of content about how you should be living your life, what you should be doing, what you should be eating, how you should be performing as a feminine woman, and none of these things are working out for you. None of these things are working out for you. And so we have to shift that. There's a lot of toxic femininity programming that has polluted your life. And now it's polluted your business. And this is why you end up on the broke side of business, because you don't realize how toxic the energies is. And let me tell you something. Like my coach always says, business is a spiritual assignment. Entrepreneurship is a spiritual assignment. I'm 100% in agreement with that. The next thing you need to understand, along with entrepreneurship is a spiritual assignment, you need to understand that business is about energetics, baby. Business is about relationships, and relationships are about energetics. And if you don't understand energetics, your own energetics, you're going to have a hard time connecting your so-called energy with someone else's energy. It's not going to work well for you. So this is why it's so important for you to know spiritual law. Let me bring you to the next one. Since we're talking energetics, let's get into it. You should understand the science of yourself. Society is really good at painting a picture of the artsy side of being a woman. The artistic side of being a woman is the makeup, is the nails, is the this, it's the accessories, it's all of these things. It's the kindness, it's all of that aesthetic stuff that society puts in front of you of how you should be performing as a feminine woman, right? Notice I said performing, because that's the key word here. But what they do not tell you and help you understand is the science of your womanhood. And because you don't know the science of your womanhood, your authentic essence as a woman, this is why you mix your chemical energy with another person's chemical energy. And instead of you having chemistry like you thought, you have an explosion because you don't understand your dynamics. As a woman, you should understand your dynamics, because as a woman, if you don't understand that you got 4 phases in your cycle, not just the 5 to 7 days you bleed, you automatically disconnected from your body. You're not oozing feminine energy because you don't even understand how your body works. Your body has 4 phases, okay? 4. Follicular. It goes through 4 phases each month. You have a 28 to 35 day cycle if you are if your cycle is healthy, if your body runs, your hormonal cycle is healthy, you have a 28 to 35 day cycle. And during that time period, guess what happens, my love? You think you moody, you think you PMSing, everyone else thinks you're crazy. Guess what? You are literally 6 different people in 1 month. If ain't nobody gonna tell you, I'm telling you. How do I know? Because I help my clients sync with their cycles, because each one of those phases in the cycle, follicular, ovulation, luteal, menstrual, you are 4 different women. You are going through 4 different things internally. And the reason why you got an attitude with everyone else outside of yourself is because you are at war with the women that are within you, not knowing that these women that are within you are there to help you settle, or to help you find balance, or to help you create, or to help you rest, or to they are literally there. They are God-given gifts and you don't even know it. And on top of them 4 women, You got your two inner children talking about your inner child and your inner teen that you have to reparent if you didn't grow up in the dynamic household that you think that you should have. So you're in the process of reparenting your inner child and your inner teen, and you switching up, becoming 4 other women. Ma'am, you 6 people in a month. You don't understand the science of yourself, which is why you are a catastrophe in a relationship with someone else. People don't know how to gauge you. You think it's cute to be all over the place. No, it's not. You are not in alignment with your cycle. And because you are not in alignment with your cycle, you fight your cycle. And this is why how women overwork their bodies into reproductive issues. This is how women overwork their bodies into reproductive issues. Ask me how I know. Because I've been there. See, I done been in the doctor's office in 2004 when I was 20. And she was telling me that I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian. And she was telling me that I was not going to be able to have children. And she was telling me that I had to be on medication. She was telling me I had to be on birth control. And she was telling me I wasn't going to be able to lose weight and do X, Y, Z until then. Good for me to find out from the Most High that all of that was a lie. Reversed every single, I'm on the last set of symptoms that I'm reversed. Cycle been coming consistently for the last 6 years. Everything they said that was going to happen did not happen the way that they said. Why? Because I didn't just take what they told me. I got in alignment and I got in sync with the women that are within me. See, I stopped fighting who I am and started aligning with them and understand that that blood that runs through my lineage, this is a gift. How it speaks about how in your womb scientifically, do you know my grandmother, Ernestine Brown, okay? When she was carrying my mother, she was carrying me. We were all sitting in there together. You understand what I'm telling you? I have a sister. We all sitting in there together, okay? There is a connection there. There is a spiritual connection there. There are things that are running through your body. You don't even understand yourself, so you fight yourself. And I support women and stop fighting yourself, because if you don't understand the science of your design, you don't understand the science of men. You are infatuated with the artistic aesthetic of men. That's why you are caught up with him being a protector and a provider and all of this. You ain't even realizing that the first thing that he really needs to have is a growth mindset. Because men who are really providers grow things, baby. They understand the importance of development, baby. They're very active fathers, baby. They're very in tune with their children and their families, and they're serious about it, baby. So when you say you want to understand the science of yourself, you're going to have to understand that you yourself have your own chemistry. And you need to understand how you work chemically before you join chemically with somebody else. Because when you lay down with somebody, you chemically bond with that person. And then you wonder why you have an explosion when you mix the wrong chemicals, baby. Some of us need to go back to chemistry and understand the dynamics of how things work. Because when you understand the science of things, you understand that certain chemicals just don't mix. See, one thing about me and the way my chemistry is designed, and I understand about myself, see, I like things. And I like certain things. Like for me, I like land. So a man who doesn't have any resources, or a man who is not in that mindset of that, is not a chemical match for me. We could never have chemistry, baby, because I'm in the long game for land. I need food on my land. I need flowers on my land. I need that. And if that's not the type of time you're on, it's cool. Your chemical energy doesn't mix with mine, because we're going to have an explosion. We're not in alignment. But if you don't understand the science of yourself, you won't understand the science of men to understand that they communicate different, they operate differently, they do things completely differently. You won't be offended by these things when you understand the science of yourself, as well as understanding the science of everything else around you. You won't even realize your connection to earth, air, fire, and water, but you think you're going to have a connection to a man? Man, please. Please. Do you not realize that we all come from these elements? We come from the earth. We have the water. The majority of the body is made up of water. The air that you breathe, that's breath. I'm just trying to understand what's going on. The fire, the warmth in your blood. Like, what are we talking about where you're not understanding that you're connected to these things? Understanding the science of yourself, as well as understanding the science of everything else, is a very key part of the success strategy. Because when you know yourself, and when you understand everything else around you, you know how to operate. Okay? You know how to operate. So understanding the science of yourself and understanding the science of everything else around you. Also knowing your personal psychology. This is why this is very, very, very important. Okay? It's very important for you to not judge the women and the people that came before you, but to take off your rose-colored glasses and actually pay attention to the loops and the things that they fell into, so that you don't repeat that process. Okay? So that you don't repeat that process, because it's very easy for you to be an apple coming from an apple tree. And I think we tend to think that we are sometimes better than those that came before us because we have more opportunities. It's your opportunity to close the gap and to shift your lineage by doing something different. But you can't do that. You can't ooze feminine energy if you struggle to forgive the people that came before you. For unforgiveness and feminine energy don't reside in the same body. It's impossible. Because feminine women are free. People who struggle with unforgiveness are slaves to their emotions. They're slaves to their thought process, okay? And that's not what the Most High has for you. That's not what God has for you. That's not your portion. So if you really want to stay on the path of being successful, whatever that level of success looks like for you, you have to understand, number one, obey spiritual law. For me, that looks like scripture. Everybody else can do what they want to do. But my track record has been rooted in the dynamics and the things that I have discovered and learned in scripture. And that is all my programs are rooted in. And I've had people come to me who are atheists that literally say, I never even looked at word or scripture or anything like that until I heard you start speaking it the way you break it down. Because a lot of times the way that it's been broken down to us has been from a fear-based perspective. The only type of fear that you're supposed to have when it comes down to fear in this life is fear as in reverencing the one that created you, understanding that you are not the almighty one, but you don't diminish your Godhead, because the God frequency is literally within you. It literally tells you that we're supposed to be doing things like the Messiah did. Messiah was touching stuff and healing people. Why you can't? The reason why you can't is because you're blocked. That's the reality of it. We all have gifts and abilities, and when you really start to grow scripturally and you get to grow in who you truly are, those things amplified. I began to realize that always growing up, I just had a knowing. I never really understood what that was. I always just knew things before they would happen, or I'd walk into a room and this would happen. I learned in my journey with the Most High that one of my gifts is that I'm claircognizant. I do have a knowing. So when I be telling y'all what I'm telling y'all, it ain't me. Because I really wish I didn't have to tell y'all some of this stuff, because I don't even say the majority of the stuff that that's downloaded to me, because it's that scary, just being honest with you. So understand, what I am telling you is this. The success strategy is obedience to spiritual law, understanding the science of yourself and understanding the science of everything else around you, as well as knowing your personal psychology so that you don't repeat those things. Because some of y'all are on assignment to close the gaps in your generation, and you too busy being mad at the people that came before you, so you can't close the gap. And because you refuse to close that gap, that's why you won't ascend into abundance. That's why you keep meeting sorry men. That's why you never seem to have the resources that you want and you need. That's why you never seem to get ahead, or as soon as you get ahead, something seems to happen. All of these things happen because you're not in a space, you're not an energetic match to be able to receive something from a new level, because you refuse to do your inner work. You refuse to do your inner work. And let me tell you something. As I get into this reclaiming your power in business, so we can break the silence on this toxic feminine energy that's corroding your business and making your business bankrupt and literally keeping you on the broke side of business, what you have to understand is this. And I'm going to tell you like I always tell my clients. The realer you are with you, the more you know yourself, let me say this, the better that you can do business. The realer you are with you, the longer you're going to stay in business. Okay? The more you design your business according to your authentic feminine design, the more successful you're going to be, because you're being authentic. A lot of women don't thrive and survive in businesses because y'all are not being real. Y'all trying to sell like men. Y'all trying to compare yourselves. Y'all trying to do what such and such is doing, and you're not doing what goes with your authentic feminine essence. People are tired of seeing the same thing. They're tired of hearing this recycled jargon. Stand on your business. Stand on business so people can see you. Stand on business by being completely authentic. so people can see you. Release all the things that are holding you back, because you're not going to get to the next level like that if you really want to succeed and you really want to elevate. Okay, and I'm gonna be diving a lot into this in that masterclass on the 14th, the free feminine business blueprint masterclass, because I'm gonna really be teaching you the structure. Because the women who hustle in their business like men, y'all gonna die out. Your business is going. I'm trying to tell y'all. Do y'all not see these people just did a transparency act with these LLCs? Hey, my love. Do you not see they finna be so in your business? Do you not see that they're gonna make it so difficult? They finna start regulating how people make. I'm trying to tell you. Stop doing this hard work. Start doing this smart work. Start putting your businesses in other areas, because I'm telling you, you don't want to just keep your business like this. You want to diversify your business model. You want to elevate, because y'all, it's not going to get no better. You have to get better. Nothing is going down in price. Y'all, we on the rise of a car market crash. Here when what? Just keep watching. Just keep watching. I'm trying to tell y'all, keep watching. There are a lot of things that are going to be coming down. January is going to initiate a lot of things that are going to start crippling. You're going to watch things cripple and crumble very soon. And by 2025, baby, but on team, it's going to be like the end game. I'm just trying to tell you. And I want you to be prepared by starting to remove the energy in business that is going to keep you stuck. Because toxic feminine energy is not going to be able to thrive in 2024. Matriarchs, women are rising up. They are heading these businesses. And the women who are focused, the women who are about self-mastery like myself, are going to be the women who are elevating and getting what it is that they desire. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know. There is going to be a great divide. You're going to have to get in the space of, it's going to be a great divide between mediocrity and mastery next year. I'm trying to tell you without telling you some things. There's going to be a great divide, and I'm trying to get as many queens as I can to be on the side that is going to support them, not the side that is going to make them a slave. That's all I got. Let me go ahead and get into these energies real quick. Again, toxic feminine energy. Okay, let's talk about toxic in general. Toxic by definition means a slow poison. Okay, it means a slow poison. When you refer to yourself as toxic, even in the funny way, your brain does not recognize the difference. Your brain doesn't recognize the difference because the brain does not recognize vocal emotion. It doesn't know you're joking. It recognizes what you say as the word. So if you say that you're toxic, you're saying that you're slow poison. That slow poison may not show up that day, but eventually it's going to corrode the body. It's going to corrode the character. It's going to corrode who you are. Hey, my love. And so what you have to understand is, when you are saying this, you are saying, oh, I'm toxic. And then you're bringing this energy, this life energy of you being toxic into your business. Okay. Once you bring it into the element of your business, slowly but surely it begins to bankrupt the business and put you in a position to be broke. And I'm telling you what I know. I see it every single time. Women come to me before and after they have put themselves in this type of position. And we have to do a thought reversal process, which requires an entire shift. Okay? Because it is really, really not a game. The reason why this is so important and this is so vital, business is about relationships. It's about relationships. It's about who you know. It's about who you can connect with, because those people help you make more money. And I'm telling you the truth, once you get in the vicinity of people and let's say you start making 5 figures a month, or you start being around people who are making this consistently, what ends up happening is there's a huge shift that happens with you mentally. And so then you begin to get in the vibration of that. And so until eventually your actions align with that, and then you hit, thank you, my love, for these gifts, your first 5-figure month. But you can't do that if you don't know how to manage your energy enough to be able to be in spaces, to be able to create relationship. A lot of us suck, and I'm just going to be honest with you, suck at relationships. A lot of us believe that we are great partners. If you don't partner with yourself in making yourself a priority, you are not a good partner to somebody else. The rule of thumb when it comes down to scripture, what does it say? Love your neighbor as you love yourself. If you are not loving yourself and there are not examples of you loving yourself by you prioritizing yourself and making sure that you are well first, you are not going to be a good partner for anyone. You don't partner well with your own creator enough to love yourself enough to not play yourself or put yourself in certain predicaments and situations. So therefore, because you don't do that and you get into a relationship with someone and it goes sour, we have a lot of blame game. But what you need to understand about people is this, baby. Every person you run into is playing either one or two roles. They're either your teacher or they are your mirror. And sometimes it's both. And that's what you have to really, really, really pay attention to. So if you are finding yourself in business and you're connecting with people and people are scamming you and they not solid and they doing all this other stuff, you need to be looking in your life where you not solid with yourself. Because why is it that these people feel comfortable even coming into your space and playing with you? Let me tell you one thing that I realized when I did my work and I really elevated that made a huge difference in my dating life, in my dating experience that bled over to business. Because the principles and the keys that I teach you, you can apply to life and business as far as feminine energy is concerned. When I realized the power of my essence and the power of my energy and what I evoked from people and the value that I added to people's lives, I began to realize that even when I attracted men who were not necessarily ready or in a position to fully commit, they were honest enough. They respected me enough because they felt like, and they've said this to me, you are such an honorable woman, and I know the position that I'm in right now. I can't give you what it is that you need, so I have to gracefully bow away. I don't really get ghosted. I'm even in endings or whatever it is, it's always honorable because I elevated my mindset to where you can't play with me. So if you already know, if you ain't doing, I'm finna go. So you ain't even finna put yourself in that position to even play for me to dismiss you from my life. When you understand your value, when you understand your femininity, you stand in the fullness of that and you can receive, you can release, and you can reject, which is very, very important that a woman should be able to do all three of these things. What I am seeing is that women don't know how to reject. You don't know how to reject a man. You don't know how to reject somebody asking you to do something that you really don't want to do. You don't know how to release things. And therefore, you can't receive things. And all of these things are very much so connected, and they're very huge indicators that you are suffering and struggling with a lot of toxic feminine energy. So let's go ahead and get into what these look like in business and how they actually are showing up as well in your life and how these are bleeding. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. All right. Number one. Here's the biggest thing that I'm seeing that's huge when it comes down to toxic feminine energy in business. And I've talked about 3 of those yesterday, but I'm going to talk about these today. Number 1 is perfectionism. Y'all got to stop lying. Y'all have to stop lying. Y'all have to stop lying. Y'all have to stop putting on a face to think that you have to sell something. I ain't putting on no face. What you see is what you get from me. Do you understand what I'm telling you? And people who know me in real time will tell you what you see from me is what you literally get from me. Okay? I'm not altering my personality. I'm not altering the way I speak. I'm not shifting who I am to please anybody. I don't care. And the reason why I can do that is because I understand that the Most High's strength is perfect in my weakness. So I'm cool that I don't have it all together. I'm cool when I don't know certain things. I'm cool on that because I know the Most High is going to put me in a position to be able to learn, to be able to grasp, or put people in my life that are going to be able to teach me. I'm not trying to pretend to be anything other than myself. And the reason why you're doing that in business, trying to put on this role and put on and play, is because you put on and play in your real life. You put on and play in your real life wearing a mask like you have it all together. You put on and play in your real life like you the one and you're the example because you're the first one in your family to break cycles and everybody got you hyped up and you the Terry from Soul Food in your family. Terry from Soul Food was a fool. A fool for her family. That woman had no boundaries. That woman allowed people, her own family, to play in her face from the time she was a teenager on down. Okay? She let her folks play in her face. And she wanted this perfect, she wanted her marriage to look perfect. Now she get this, everybody get to see, no, you ain't really perfect like that. And it's okay that you're not perfect. Nobody is requiring you to be that. That is a societal pressure. Society, this is what y'all got to understand about society and really start paying attention. Start paying attention to people who playing you and who also putting stuff in your ear. Because society will tell you you don't look good. Society will tell you you need to do this and do this and do that so you look good. And then society will turn around 2 years later, not even 2 months later, and move the goalpost. Oh, you got a BBL? You need to have a BBL. And you need to get your teeth done over. Oh, you got a BBL and you got your teeth done over. You really need to go ahead and get you some titties. Like, this is the type of stuff that's really going on. They're constantly moving the goalposts. How can you catch up? How can you keep up? Why would you want to drive yourself insane trying to keep up? And most importantly, I need you to understand the voice that's telling you what you need to be doing. This society is a creation of man, not a creation of the Most High. Society is a creation of man. You let man tell you how you need to be operating, they didn't even create you. That's like a battery telling another battery, you need to move to the left. You need to move to the left. Not the creator of the battery that's moving the battery to the left. The battery trying to tell another battery to move to the left. How are you allowing creations to speak on you when they didn't create you? How are you allowing them to make these weird demands on you when they have no part in creating you, like in real time? This perfectionism, this pressure to conform to a version of femininity. Oh, I need to be so soft and I don't need to say no, and feminine women don't really argue and I don't want him to get frustrated. Girl, shut that up. Because first and foremost, first element of femininity, baby, when you understand, when you start working with me, you get very clear that there is light feminine and there is dark feminine. And ain't nothing wrong with the dark feminine, because the dark feminine is your ability to say no. Your dark feminine is you being able to be firm in your boundaries. Your dark feminine is very clear on, no, I'm not just going to be out here laying on my back and I'm actually not releasing. See, all of these things are very connected. Your dark feminine don't care about what other people have to say about her, because she understands that other people got problems and most of them are masking them, being fake, but she's being authentic and pure in her intentions and how she moves. That is a part of your feminine. But no, you want to look like the perfect person. You want to look like this. You want to look like you got it all together. And that's why you be in the hospital stressed out. That's why you having a nervous breakdown and you don't want nobody to see you getting admitted to the hospital. That's why you be lying to your therapist, having them anxiety attacks while you driving. All because you're trying to live up to some false image that's not real. And you take that fake personality that you were using at your 9 to 5 and you bring that fake personality into your business and you expect people to actually buy from you. People know when you fake it because, again, let's talk about it. Business is about energetics. Let's go. Business is about energetics. The energetics part is how you relate. Relationship. Relationships, and I've done a series on this months ago, earlier in the year. Relationships are for wealth building. Some of y'all don't need to be in a relationships because you don't really know what it's for. Y'all know people didn't get married for love. See, people did not get married for love. Hello, this is not why this started. That's a Western concept. And then on top of that, they didn't even tell you the reality of what love really is, because we think love is a feeling when it's not. And you know love is not a feeling, because the minute that person stopped doing whatever it is that made you love them, now you fell out of love with them because they're not doing what you want them to do anymore that made you love them. Why? Because love is an action word. Let's go. It's not a feeling. It's a choice. And that's what people don't understand, especially why they hop their tails into marriage. Love is a choice. I'm choosing to get up every single day and be kind to you, to be patient with you, not be boastful with you, to not keep a record of wrongdoing with you when I don't even like you today. See, nobody keeps that thing real. And that's the problem. You go into these things with false pretenses and false hope, and then you want to be divorced tomorrow. Love ain't a feeling. That's what the sapsuckers told us. They lied. And that's why when your marriage ain't perfect, you ready to go. When your life ain't perfect, you ready to quit. When your business ain't perfect, you ready to quit. Because you don't understand energetics, because you don't even know yourself first. So if you've linked up with somebody you don't know and you've created an experience that's now an explosion and you can't keep yourself together, and now you can't even work the business because you can't hold up the perfect image because of the decisions that you're making behind the scenes. Don't talk to me about how business and life ain't parallel. You playing yourself in life. You think the business ain't gonna find out. You think it's not gonna bleed over into the business. No, ma'am. That's why I tell people there is no real separation of the two. Who you are in life is who you are in business. Who you are in life is who you are in relationships. Who you are with yourself, that's you. That is you. And that perfection idea that you have in your mind, that image that you're trying to keep up, is blocking you from getting money in your business. Because nobody wants to buy from the fake. Nobody wants to work with the fake. Nobody wants to work with somebody who act like they have it all together and they have all the answers. You don't. Cut the crap. Stop lying. Y'all lie too much for me. Lie way too much for me. And that lie that you're putting out there is why you attract liars. See, now we going from business to your personal life again. Little Miss Perfect. And so when you put on this perfect image and this perfect representative, and then when this person gets with you and they realize that you really not that perfect, they don't want you no more because they realize that ain't who you are. When you attract things under false pretenses, you will not keep them because you cannot manage it. So you might as well keep it real from the jump in all aspects. Very important, extremely vital. Okay? This perfectionism, how he's going to block your money and block you in business, is because it can result in feelings of feeling inadequate because you pretended. You can have major low self-esteem and suffer with anxiety. Okay? So, very, very important. Very, very, very vital. All right. The second thing that's very, very important. Toxic feminine energy in business. Y'all know y'all can stab somebody in the back. I don't know how you believe that you're going to be able to do low down stuff to other people and think that these things are not going to come back to you. But trust me, baby, the bill always come due. And if y'all think y'all seeing some stuff this year with these moguls and these people getting outed by the things they're doing, wait till next year. There's so much stuff that's going to hit the fan. You're going to think you're losing your mind. I really like these people a lot more before I knew their business, like my baby say. We gonna know a whole lot more of their business next year. But are you gonna be paying attention to that? Because I'm not. Because I'm be focused on mastery. Because I already know what's coming. Okay? So you got to start paying attention to yourself. This competitive backstabbing that you like to do. Okay? The undercover jealousy that you have with these people in business. Okay? I need you to really start paying attention that there is no competition in the kingdom. Women who compete and who backstab other women in business is a high level form of toxic feminine energy. Okay? And the reason why that is because there's no competition in the kingdom. You have your own lane. When you have your own lane and you understand that you have your own lane, you align yourself with that lane. And when you align yourself with that lane, it's no need for you to sway to the left or the right because you understand that you are in your own lane. There is no reason, okay? There is absolutely no reason for you to be competing or comparing yourself to someone else. Comparison is literally the thief of joy. It tells you the enemies come to steal, kill, and destroy. The stealing part is to actually steal your joy from you. If you allow your joy to be stolen, your confidence is easily next up to be killed. And once we kill the confidence, what ends up happening, okay, is that you destroy yourself. So you have to be very, very careful about the things that you allow to steal your joy by comparing yourself to other people because it's not healthy. That competitive backstabbing, you don't need to do all of that. You have your own lane. You just need to stay in your lane. And I'm going to tell you something, even for people who have dealt with competitive backstabbing, because I've dealt with a little bit of competitive backstabbing since being in business. I've had creators who make way more, they have way more followers than me and all of that. They have posted and said stuff about me, and I haven't said anything to these people. I haven't even really responded, because why? I'm in my own lane. I teach femininity, feminine design, big hustle free business from a spiritual perspective, a scientific perspective, and a psychological perspective. I feel like nobody is touching on what I'm touching on, and I'm cool with that. This is my lane. I don't want to be like anyone else. I don't want to maneuver and teach what they're teaching. I stay in my lane. And so sometimes, even when you are minding your own business, people will try to come for you. People try all the time. They will take my videos and try to stitch them just to be like, no shade to this creator. But it really is all shade to this creator, because either it's shade to me or you trying to clout chase. So what's the problem? Because I don't know you. I don't even see you. The only competition in my head is myself from last year. So I don't see that. And that is what keeps me clear. So a lot of times, even when people are trying to shade me, it goes over my head, baby, because if it ain't disrespect, if it ain't direct, I don't respect it. If it ain't direct, I don't respect it. And I've always been one of those type of women. Say it to my face, baby. Don't try to talk in code with me. I'm not one of them. You don't need to talk in code with me. You can tell me what you need to tell me. Be a woman about that. I don't need to, there's no need to do that. So that competitive backstabbing is toxic feminine energy. You watching somebody's stuff and trying to mimic and do what they do, that's toxic feminine energy, because that's a lack of faith in your own gifts and what you've been given. You feel like you need to watch what this person doing because you feel like they're doing so much better than you. And in reality, you're not winning because you're not working and doing what works for you. Because you're too busy trying to focus on them. So you losing joy. And once you lose joy, that puts you, now you on a lower frequency. So now you expect to create greatness from anxiety. You expect to create a great service or product from fear or jealousy. No, that's not the way this works. So you really got to rid yourself of this toxic feminine energy, because it's blocking your ability to make money in your business. It really is. And it's really blocking your ability to make good friendships. Because again, if you business, let me tell y'all something. Especially the online business community is so small, y'all. So small, especially TikTok puts us all in a realm to where we all can like be around each other. Like some of my favorite creators, like that I'm just finding, they were like, oh my god, I'm watching you, I love your content. I'm like, what? You love my content? That just shows like how all over the world we are just like really connected and really close in that space. So you really have to understand that this is about relationship building. It's about wealth building. Marriage used to be about building wealth, creating things. It was not about love. And when you are building a business, this is a wealth creation tool, like my coach says. And if this is a wealth creating tool, then you don't have time to be competing with other people. You need to be valuing connection, because femininity values connection, because connection brings in cash flow. I'm just trying to tell you what I know. Connection brings in cash flow. If you can connect to people on a mental level, on a spiritual level, on an emotional level, they will buy from you. They will buy from you from that space. But you can't do that if you're competing. In the business realm, especially online, is so small. Baby, y'all see, and I'm not going to say her name, but y'all see what happened to that one baby that got online and was saying how, basically, I guess she was trying to say that a lot of the black community doesn't support black creatives. Do you see how quickly, baby, Macy snatched her commercial? Do you see how quickly the entire internet just shifted and everybody... Don't worry about nobody. What that boy? Worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. Because when you start minding other people's business, and when you get yourself off track, baby, they are on her real bad. They get on you real bad. Now you losing money. You losing a Macy's bag. We know that was a big bag. Commercial big bag. All because you couldn't stay in your lane. Toxic feminine energy gonna close your business down quicker than strangers, baby. Let me tell you something. Because what that was Girl, I promise I done seen her apologizing. The people in the comments do not care. They own her head. I've never seen nothing like it before. Please, I'm trying to tell y'all that competitive backstabbing, that comparison, woo, just stop, okay? Just stop. The next one, overemphasis. I don't want to say her name because I don't want nobody sending me no cease and desist. Because I can play that game too, and I don't feel like playing it today. But she around. The next thing is it's so much money for everybody, baby. Stay in your lane. The overemphasis on physical appearance. Okay. This is very much so toxic feminine energy because it causes you to put yourself in position to judge yourself by societal standards. I just got through speaking about how society continues to move the goalpost. A lot of women will not show up on camera because you don't like how you look. You will not show up in your business because you feel like, oh, it's XYZ, XYZ. No. Whatever it is that you need to work on within yourself, work on that so you can show up. Lord, do I want to say this one right here? I have to be real careful. Let me tell y'all something. I always advise women and I always provide this insight. Hey, my love, when it comes down to dating, when it comes down to business, when it comes down to any type of relationship, never slip or sleep on you. It's not a lot of stuff that old girl that be sprinkling, I agree with. Because but the one thing she be on and she ain't wrong about is that you always need to make sure that you look as good as you want to look so that you can feel as good as you need to feel to always know that you are that girl. When you understand that you are that girl, you understand that yes, there are some people who are going to think that you're not that girl. We don't care about them. We don't care. We don't care that they think that you are not that girl. You know you doing your work. You've been in the gym. You doing this. You've been doing this. You got the glow. You doing. Who cares? Stop comparing yourself to societal standards. And I told y'all almost 4 years ago, I didn't think I was a pretty woman. About 3-4 years ago, I didn't think I was a pretty woman. And I had to do this thing where I deconstructed myself from the ideal beauty standards of society. When I did that, and I started solely focusing on myself and accentuating the things that I felt like were beautiful about me, baby, it's just like the glow up just went dun 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 dun. Child, I became that girl. Seemed like overnight. It wasn't really overnight, but it seemed like that because I had shifted my mindset about how I was going to be taking care of myself, how I was going to be moving. I realized that my life was not going to get better. I needed to get better. But I began to see as I got better, my life got better. So as I began to take care of myself and I began to feel good, I began to show up more confidently on camera. I began to show up more in my business and be very confident about speaking about what I do. I began to do all of the things that were necessary to help me elevate so that my income started elevating too. You're too busy trying to critique yourself and worried about what other people are going to say when most people don't even like themselves, okay? Most people don't even like themselves because they don't know themselves enough to appreciate and love who they are, which is why they allow people to use and abuse them, baby. When you come out of that madness and you understand the value that you are and you understand who you are, you stop placing all this overemphasis on how society is going to see you. And you start seeing yourself. And when you start seeing yourself, that's when everything else shifts. It is toxic feminine energy to be so focused on trying to be all perfect and to present in a perfect package. Girl, stop the lies. Because when you get found out, you're going to be sick when everybody want to leave you alone. You're going to be sick when all your clients leave. You're going to be sick when that man hit the door. Just be who you are so people who resonate with the truth and the frequency that you are, they're going to come to you. They're going to run to you like moth to a flame. I'm telling you what I know. You better tell them, Marcia, when you are authentic, you attract what it is that you're supposed to have. what it is that you can actually manage. Baby, you acting like a city girl who can manage the city girl lifestyle when you really a lover girl. And so when you get your feelings hurt after you get that one bag and he busts you down, then you want to be mad. See, this the type of stuff, but you're not being real. You was coming with this type of energy because somebody told you to, because it looked good on TV. But have you not noticed that this mantra and this education and the things that they're putting out there for you to do, it ain't even working for them? You notice none of that stuff is working for them, right? Oh, you thought it was going to work for you? Oh, okay then. Oh, nice try. Don't spend your time over emphasizing on, oh my God, I need to have this look. That's toxic feminine energy because you comparing yourself. You don't know you beautifully and wonderfully made because you ain't acting like it. You don't understand that ye are gods because you ain't acting like it. You ain't looking like the image and the likeness of the Most High. You ain't acting like it. Oh, okay. You see what she said? The city girl don't even want her daughter to be a city girl. Pay attention, period. And I remember watching one live where Cardi was on there and she was dancing, listen to her song. Her baby walked in there, she turned the song, she's like, ah, baby, turn the song completely off. See, they don't let their own children digest that programming, but you let your babies do it. Oh, okay then. Huh. And you wonder why your baby going to school with self-esteem issues. You wonder why your baby going to school not liking herself, not appreciating herself, not understanding herself, and trying to mimic the girls that are around her. Because she doesn't see the confidence and the fullness of her mama. Baby, as a mother, you are the first teacher. You are the template for your daughter. And if you have no daughters, you are the template for the women who are watching you, who are younger than you. I don't have any biological daughters, but I have raised many daughters from when they were children. And they are always watching me. They are always watching my moves. So I allow them to see the truth about me, even my mistakes, and I'm very honest with them. I'm very real with them. I don't paint a perfect picture. I'm very truthful with them. You have to stop allowing the creation of man, also known as society, to put this toxic feminine energy in you like you have to be this type of way. Your requirement as a human being, especially as a believer, is to take care of your vessel to the best of your ability, to invest in your vessel, to invest in your mindset, your heart set, your body, to keep yourself well so that you can operate in the fullness of what you've been called to do. That is a responsibility that you have. You ain't got the responsibility of weighing yourself to the measures of other people. What you don't understand is growing up, they picked on people for being different. But what you're not seeing is now in society, supposedly, oh my God, you're so different. Now they're praising you for being different. Why are you trying to be like everybody else? Why are you comparing yourself to the standards of everyone else? Who the hell are these people? Who are they? Why is their voice so loud in your mind that it's louder than the one that created you? That's wild. You will listen to a creation who tells you you look like crap or you are crap instead of listening to the creator that tells you that you literally are a god. What is the problem? What is really the problem? It's the toxic feminine energy. It's the toxic programming about who you supposed to be as a woman. And how you gonna let a society tell you to be a woman when they ain't created you? They created their own version of womanhood. Everybody want to talk about witchcraft. You want to know what witchcraft really is? Witchcraft is literally the derivative of things or shifting things, taking the creator's resources and shifting in it a way to appease or fulfill your fleshly desires. That's the programming. If I act more feminine, I'm going to get a good man. Bad programming. Bad programming, because your authentic feminine design has nothing to do with a man. You attracting a man after you've come in a full alignment of your womanhood and your feminine energy is a byproduct of you doing that work, baby. So the reality is you don't even really love that man. You love you so much that you did that work that everybody else love you. See, that's free game. That's what you're not missing. Oh, I just love, the best compliments that I get from women and especially men. Oh, I just love the energy that you bring. Everything just seems like you touch is just like healing. And I don't even be giving out my energy. That's just the aura that comes up off me. Because I'm not of this world. See, I understand my spirit being having a human experience. I understand that I dwell between those two realities. I'm not ruled by earth in the reality. I am ruled by the one that created me. And the one that created me let me know that I could bend my reality here on this earth. All I have to do is understand law. All I have to do is make sure it's in alignment with my life. All I have to do is make sure it's not trying to harm anybody else. All I have to do is do my inner work to be an energetic match to receive what I desire. Because when I receive what I desire, I know how to manage it. I.e. a good marriage, i.e. $1 million business, i.e. these things. See, you have to become an energetic match to receive these things. They're not just going to be handed to you because you want them. What the Most High look like? A genie? Nah, this is not that. Okay? So, number 4. And this is the last one I'm going to cover today, and I'm going to cover the rest of them tomorrow. Toxic feminine energy in your business. Baby, y'all wearing me thin with this passive aggressiveness. You wearing me so thin. You claim that you want something, but you won't speak on it. You claim that you want something, but you expect other people to assume or the position or to know what it is that you want, because you struggle to manage the ability to speak vulnerably and say that, what? I need help. So you play little games. And I'm going to tell you how you do this in your relationships too, not just in business. You don't say what you mean what you say. Hi, what's wrong? You okay? Nothing. You know you mad. You know you upset. You know you visibly have a problem. And the issue that's so funny to me is that the fact that we think men are dumb. Men are not dumb. We as women are the masters of intuition. So baby, if you feel something, oh, it's worthy of an investigation. But what you have to understand about the dynamics of men and the way that the Most High created them, men are the masters of energy reading. You don't think they know when the energy is off? Why do you think when you pull away from them, finally, they start coming back, baby? That's called science, the law of polarity. They actually feel the shift. It actually is a feeling. They actually can feel the pull away. It actually is something. But because you don't really understand that about yourself, you play these passive type of games. You talk around what you want. You be indirect about what you want. What do you want to eat? Oh, I don't know. Well, what about this? No, I don't want that. Well, what about this? No, I don't want that. Well, what about this? No, I don't want that. Well, I don't really, I don't like none of those. What are we doing? You don't have anything. You can't really give somebody anything to lead with, but you want people to figure it out for you. And this is a huge problem with a lot of women in the toxic femininity era, because you want the freedom and you want the fun, but you don't want the responsibility of having to do your own work as well. You don't want the responsibility of making things a bit easier. Why not just know the categories of food that you actually like? You like Italian? You like Mexican? You like this? We got options. We can pull something from one of those. We're not really paying attention to these things. So we just being passive aggressive. We're not speaking about what we want. We're actually going around it instead of being direct. Tell your client what you need from them. Tell your coach what you need from them. Tell your man what you need from him. Stop thinking it's beneath you. What's beneath you is the suffering you doing, because you suffering because you won't say what you need to do. And you're going to fumble a really good experience because you're assuming that this person is playing with you, when in reality, you're not being woman enough to say what you want because you're a little girl. Because you like to be passive aggressive. You don't like to be direct, because in order for you to get direct or have direct type energy coming towards you, that means that you have to be willing to follow a direction. And not everybody's willing to do that. See, we want to do any and everything but be real about what it is that we really want. Being passive aggressive is not going to get you paid. Being passive aggressive is not going to get you provided for. Hello. Being passive aggressive is not going to get you protected. It's going to get you played. It's going to get you positioned to be prey. That's what it's going to set you up for. All because you won't articulate what you need. Baby, I will tell a man in a minute what I want. My birthday is, I will be 40 on Friday. You know what the men ask me what I tell them exactly what I want. No, don't surprise me and get me something that I will not like and expect me to appreciate it, because I'm not going to do it. And that's y'all problem. You want to give people things and you say, here, This is what I think that you should have based on what I feel like you should have. And when the person doesn't appreciate that, you want to get mad at them. Don't be mad at them. Ask them what they want, so they can give you the appreciation that you are seeking and what you are looking for. Y'all be playing a piss out yourself. Baby, if I want money, I'm going to ask for it. See, I don't understand it. Thank you, my love. Happy early birthday, too. I don't understand that. Be direct about what you want. If your price point is $10,000, look in the camera when you talking to your person and say, my price point is $10,000. Let them get uncomfortable in their chest when they hear it. Let them. Thank you, my love. And then also remind them with that $10,000 price, tell them they already spent $10,000 if they ate $27.40 worth of food every single day. If they ate out and it was $27.40 a day, they already spent $10,000. So let them feel that in their chest too. Okay, Kendra, and smile. It's $10,000. Ooh, that's a lot of money. Not more than $27.40 a day if you eat out every day. Another smile. Because let's go. Pick somebody else. Pick somebody else. Okay? Thank you, my love. This toxic feminine energy that y'all are doing in business is keeping y'all on the broke side of business and on the broke lack side of TikTok. I'm just telling you right now. And it's because you won't do your work. You won't do your work to be an energetic match to get what you need. You're going to, if you really want to make more money in your business, to elevate and to grow, you're going to have to transmute that negative toxic feminine energy into healthy feminine energy. If you don't know how to do that, I can help you do that. Okay? In the masterclass that's happening on the 13th. I have a masterclass and it's called the Free Feminine Business the Free Feminine Business Blueprint. What this is going to do is that this is going to provide you with a structure so that you can stop hustling, so that you can actually start doing business from a healthy feminine energy perspective. Y'all, this is coming from a person who used to work very heavily. I've had 2 businesses. This is my second one. My first business, you would think it would be more feminine in that business, but I was so masculine in that business. I was so left brain energy. I was so hustle. I was 90 pounds heavier. I was sick all the time. I was going bald in the center. It was a lot of stuff going on. But it's because I was working like a man. I did not understand and have this feminine business blueprint. I had to create it after going through all of that. As a person who worked really hard in business, I was a makeup artist. And I was hustling and I was like so stressed out and I was not making anywhere near the money I could have made because I was working too hard. I was doing all of the things that I'm telling y'all. I was literally trying to be perfect. I ain't never backstabbed nobody. That ain't never been my MO, so I ain't even gonna give y'all that. No, it's never been my thing. But I was trying to be perfect. I was trying to focus so much more on, my physical appearance and over, being accepted in that space and not really being direct about what I want. Well, yeah, you could pay $25 a face, or yeah, I would do these amount of face for that. Like, just not being very clear and allowing myself to be ran over, and I was broke. And that was crazy as hell because I was clocking $1,500 a day jobs like on Saturdays with makeup, because I was that girl. I'm that girl with bridal makeup. I'm still that girl. Okay, I come out of retirement sometimes with people, but not really too much. But I was getting like 1,500 or whatever a day. That was my day rate or whatever the case may be. It was no reason why I was not having any money. It was just literally me doing the absolute most with the least. And so I had to stop doing that. I had to really come off that and really start infusing a business model that was centered around my authentic femininity as a woman. This is what I'm going to give you in that masterclass that's happening. The masterclass is $297. You can get it with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. I think I have maybe 10 tickets left. Listen to me. They've been selling. These tickets been going like crazy. Get your ticket, baby. Get your ticket so you can go into 2024 and you not be hustling in your business. Here's what you're going to get. The first thing that you're going to learn is you're going to be able to identify what makes you unique and what makes your feminine essence shine. There's something about your uniqueness, your feminine energy that sets you apart from everyone else, and it will sell. I'm telling you, and there's a quiz that you can take when you work with me and you find out what your feminine sales archetype is, and you create products underneath that feminine sales archetype. That is how you win. I be trying to tell y'all, but that's the first thing. You're going to understand your essence and how it impacts your income. Okay. Oh my God, yes, I retired from makeup 5 years ago. I come out of retirement here on occasion. Yes, I come in and out. The second thing that you're gonna learn is you're gonna understand why aligning with your authentic feminine design is crucial for your success in business. When you build a business around your womanhood, it becomes less like work and more like just a beautiful experience of you just creating. And I'm being very, very honest when I say that, because you're doing things that are in alignment with you. So if you have kids and it's important for you to get up and see your kids off every day, guess what? You don't start working until 10, because you got to take your kids to school and drop your kids off from 7 to 9:30 or whatever that looks like. If you're doing homeschool, like I have a multitude of clients that have very different lifestyles, and each one of them literally cater their business to around their womanhood. Okay, and it's different for everyone. The third thing that I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you how you can learn how to access and channel your feminine energy for a transformative impact in your life, in your relationships, and in your business. This isn't something that you're just going to be able to just take in business. You can apply this to your life. Okay, this is what you can do to literally apply it in your life. Do me a favor, sweetheart. Hold that question. As soon as I go through these 7, run that question back to me so I don't forget it, and I'm going to respond to you. I got you. But don't let me forget, okay? All right. So that is the third thing that you're going to learn. You're going to learn how to access and channel that feminine energy. The fourth thing that you're going to learn is you're going to uncover the secrets on how to show up consistently in your business. Okay. I'm going to show you what that looks like. The key to showing up in your business consistently is to show up for yourself consistently. But I have a formula that will teach you how to do this on your own. Okay. I also am going to show you how to master the art of consistency in key areas such as executing plans, evolving your strategies, and elevating your business to the next level. Okay. The next thing that you're going to learn is the core elements of a feminine-based business model, because some of y'all are out here selling like the gas station man or the man who got the chicken in the mall giving it out for free. They don't want it. They don't want you. They may take your freebie, but they don't want you. And it's because you don't really understand the elements of a feminine-based business model, because you don't have to do all this hard selling. You literally have to become and be, and that's what's attractive and what makes your clients like extremely irresistible to what it is that you're offering. I'm telling you what I know. And the baby in this one, the chef's kiss, is the free woman framework. Now the free woman framework is a framework that is tailored, right, for the woman to embrace freedom, that literally will help you unleash your feminine entrepreneurial spirit. What this looks like is you're going to get this amazing centering formula that is going to help you in all of your life, all aspects of your life. I'm talking about business. Let me turn this thing off. I'm talking about business. I'm talking about business. I'm talking about relationships. I'm talking about life. I have a formula called the fire formula. The fire formula is so powerful for any feminine woman because it gets you in a space where you can center your emotions in the middle of some crazy happening. This is going to save you from saying something insane to a client. This is going to help you from saying something insane to your man. This is going to help you from saying something insane to your children. It is literally helping you come back to the space of being centered. The acronym for it is called FIRE. And this is teaching you how to center your fire, how to tame your fire. So that's going to be one of the biggest things. And that formula alone is a $10,000 formula. I'm not going to front with you. This class, it is $297. You're going to get about $15,000 worth of value because you're learning how to build your business model. You're learning how to design your business and develop it around your authentic design, as well as you are learning a formula that is going to keep you centered and keep you where you need to be. Because I'm telling you, next year, if you ain't a master of your emotions, you're going to be a sucker for many. You think bad men is the least of your, or the worst of your problems. You wait on it if you don't know how to center yourself, because you're going to see some things happening. And I'm trying to prepare you now to get yourself situated for it. This masterclass will really support you. It's going to be 12/14/2023, 6:30 Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Okay? Clients who purchase will get access to the replay. I can tell you now that this masterclass is $297. I can tell you now when I put it out there for sale, because I am going to put it out there for sale, it's going to be higher than $297. So if you want it and you want the value of it, you might want to go ahead and get into that masterclass ASAP. I have, like I said, about 10 or so tickets left. I think 10 or 12. I can't remember. Congratulations, somebody just purchased a ticket, so child, I don't know what it is now. But click the link in the bio, grab your ticket. You're going to get your emails that are welcoming you, and then you're going to get your email for the Zoom that is going to support you in that masterclass, the free feminine business blueprint. What questions do you have for me? Drop them in the comments, so I can answer them really quickly before I get on down. I'm really excited about this masterclass because, like I said, it's all about feminine mastery now. There are going to be a lot of conversations and different things that are happening next year, and I'm telling you, it's going to be a great divide between the masters of society when it comes down to femininity and their authentic feminine design, and the ones who sit in their mediocrity. Let me tell you now, if you're having horrible dating experiences, you're not attracting amazing men, you're not attracting great experiences, it is not going to get better if you don't get better. And the only way that you can get on the other side of that mediocrity is for you to go and invest in things that are going to put you at a level of mastery. I have a lot of products that will put you in a level of mastery. I'm trying to support you in you getting in that space, but I'm only working with the women who are ready, the women who are focused, the women who are ready to shift their reality, because it can happen. Okay, and it's been happening for my clients. I've taken clients from 5 figures to 6 figures. I've taken 6-figure clients to multi-6-figure clients. I have taken clients to the next level in a multitude of ways, and I love the work that I do. What helped you create these courses? My mentor who passed away, her name is a 6-figure chick. She passed away years ago. She is the reason why I'm able to create courses and things like that. I learned from her when she was living before she passed away. She definitely put me on game, and she is the one who taught me, the Most High put her in my path, who taught me how to literally secure my womanhood as a feminine woman and not be out here claiming and saying, oh, I need a man to pull me out of my masculine responsibilities. She taught me how to secure my womanhood by being able to create income for myself so that I can choose partners and suitors who add to my life instead of me having to depend on them. So I am in utter gratitude for her and the assignment that the Most High put on her life, and she did that thing all the way until the end. Okay. But I also have a service where we create courses for you. So if you want to create a course, we have a service. It's a 4-figure service where we support you and we create your entire everything for you. Okay. Let me see. There was another question before that. What can I do when he's not putting the What can I do when he's not putting the effort I want him to into me? Put that effort into yourself. That's how you shift the polarity. What you're going to learn when you shift the energy towards yourself scientifically, if that person was really drawn to you and it was a aura drawn, it was a magnetic draw, it was a true draw, that person is going to feel that pullback. When you have that pullback, when you are focusing on yourself during that time frame, you have to assess when that person comes back. Is that person coming back because they really, really value you, or are they coming back because they don't want you to not be bothered? I think that we as women tend to try to make men responsible for our happiness when that is not fair. You try to make money, and it's not just men. We try to make money as human beings responsible for our happiness. We try to make men responsible for our happiness. We try to make our children, we try to make all kind of people, women, we try to make everybody responsible for our own happiness, when in reality, you're responsible. You are the one who is in charge of pouring into your own cup, and everything else that comes from that cup should be overflow that you're giving out. I pour in my cup all the time. So, and y'all know I talk about dating and rosters and all that. I have amazing men that I date, right? I don't have piss poor dating experience at this point in my life. But a lot of that is because, baby, them men ain't responsible for my happiness. Yeah, they add some pockets of they add to my happiness, but they're not responsible for my happiness. So they add to me. So whatever I'm doing, if you're not coming to add to it, you're coming to subtract from it. So if you're coming to subtract from it, baby, I don't need you. That ain't really what I'm looking for. Because I know that my ability of being able to amplify and add value to anyone who enters into my life. So because I know that, I'm not going to allow someone to subtract value from my life. So to answer your question, bottom line is to give yourself what it is that you need and focus on yourself. And in focusing on yourself, as you begin to elevate, you begin to question whether or not that situation is even good for you anyway. That's what I find. So hopefully that supported you and that helped. What other questions do you guys have for me before I get ready to go? Congratulations, someone just purchased a ticket to the Masterclass. And any questions about any of the services and services and things that I offer as well, let me know. Drop those in the comments. Absolutely. Yep. The more you can't rely on other people. You can't make other people dependent. You can't do that. It's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. You're welcome. You're so welcome. What other questions do you guys have? Because I'm about to go make me a salad, I think, today. Because I don't feel like going away. Child, is it raining? Yeah, I'm really not going away. All right. I'm not seeing any other questions come in. Click the link in the bio to be able to access any of the products and services that I have to offer. If you are struggling to get yourself in alignment and you're struggling with income, check out the Divine Alignment Bundle. If you really want to elevate and you're ready to start making more money and really becoming a master in that area, then get the FEMA Bundle because it's very important and very, very vital. It'll support you in that. If you're ready to build and become a digital nomad and do your work from everywhere in the world and just be free in your space, then apply for the Digital Nomad program. All of my services and products come with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. You can absolutely grab those. Make the investments to take care of yourself and do what you need to do because it's so vital and so important. I'm getting into digital products with this new course. Be a great starter. Maya, I'm gonna be honest with you. What would be your best bet would be starting at the FEMA bundle because then you get a one-on-one with me. So if you really, because the thing is, with digital products, you need to price correctly. You need to make sure they actually want the product that you're actually offering. And so there's some back end stuff that has to happen. So my strong suggestion to you would be to get the FEMA bundle instead because you have the Intelligence to Income Masterclass in there. You have Master Your Emotions the Feminine Way, and you have the Feminine Law and Order Masterclass where you have the structure. You have like the tag team, trinity of feminine mastery right there, including when it comes down to your money. So if digital products is going to be your thing, I want you to price right. I want you to put a product out there that people will actually buy, and the female bundle will really support you in doing that. And you get a one-on-one with me. So you get a one-on-one with me, and we're able to flesh out exactly what it is that you are working on because I want to put you on a path to actually be putting something out there that people will buy. The problem with digital products, and I've done this before too as a person, I've been doing digital products, creating them and doing all that since my mentor. So it's like since 2017, 2018. And I've evolved a whole lot from it, and I've learned a lot from that. So when you price too low, it's certain things you have to consider. When you're pricing higher, there's certain things you have to consider. So we want to get you to a price point where you're actually creating a cushion. So if you do have a 9 to 5, you can actually walk. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just extra bill money. Or if you have it at 9 to 5, you actually building a cushion. You know what I'm saying? So you can actually just have two things. Because there are people who like having a 9 to 5 and who like operating from their business. So it just really kind of depends. So that would be my strong recommendation. The feminine course that is coming, what I can tell you about this too, where I feel like it could support you is that it'll set you up on the business model that you need to be on. And it'll make sure that you are choosing things that actually align with you and creating things that align with you. So hopefully that helps and it answers your question. Yeah. What other questions do you guys have before I get ready to go? My genius zone areas are feminine design. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. Doing hustle free business because we do not hustle over here. My clients catch bags. We do not chase them. Okay. Good evening. Good night. And energetics, healing energetics around business and around life. Those are my key areas because guess what? Men lie, women lie, and numbers can be fabricated, but energetics never lies. Energy never lies. Okay, so it's so vital and so important for you to understand that. Hey, my love, you missed me, baby, because I'm about to get ready to go. All right, any other questions, guys, before I go? And congratulations to everyone who has purchased tickets to the masterclass today. It is absolutely going to be amazing. Like I said, it's $297. Go ahead and get in there so you can stop hustling and you can get your business together, because it's about that time. All right. Okay, guys. Thank y'all so much for joining me on this Monday, Man of Monday. Courtney, yes. Okay, Courtney. It was so late last night I didn't get to email you. I'm gonna get on this email when I get off here, because I got to email you because I need to see how things are going with you as far as creating and different things, and seeing what you may need from me. Okay. Will you I have Afterpay. You can get Afterpay is on there too. I have Afterpay, Affirm, and Klarna. So you should be able to click the link in the bio and see all of them. Thank you, my love. So, and that was the thing. I understand that life is lifing, but I also understand that we invest in the things that we think are important. And if you think it's important for you to elevate, investing in these products can put you in a better position. My client Rocky made a $197 investment, and it turned around less than 30 days later into almost $15,000. She was a skeptic too. So I love when people are skeptics and they actually come in and do the work and they actually get results. I just stick back and I laugh and I'll be like, they be like, this happened, I made this money. I'm like, I know. This happened, I attracted this person. I know. None of this stuff is a surprise to me. You have to become an energetic match to be able to receive these things. So you getting the things that you tell me you want in the beginning from working with me, and it happens once we do the work, I'm never surprised. I'm never surprised, because that's what happens when you do the work. So click the link in the bio to start the process of doing your work, whether it's with the Divine Alignment Bundle, whether it's with, I can't even think, even if it's with the FEMA Bundle, or if it's with, I can't even think, Lord. What am I thinking for? In the Digital Nomad Program. Go ahead. And it wouldn't let me pay for it. Is it still available? Which one, Aaron? Which, is it you talking about the bundle? Because I think I saw where you were trying to get the feminine, the feminine bundle that I had retired. Because if you want that. Now, if it's somebody else who wants that femininity bundle. Okay, yeah. So the feminine design bundle, Aaron, what I'm going to do is I'll send you a link. I'll have Jade, actually, I'm finna send her a message now. And I'll have her send you a link so that you can go ahead and do it. And if you run into an issue at that link, Marco Polo me, so I can see exactly what's going on. Absolutely no problem. I had a bundle deal. That's another thing. So if anybody else is on the live, since I'm offering it to Aaron, if anyone else is on this live and they want the feminine design bundle, like, you can click the link in the bio. I think now, I think it still may be up there. But let me tell you what's in it if you're struggling with your femininity when it comes down to relationships. Now, I had retired this bundle. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But let me go ahead and pull it up for those who may be interested and who are struggling in the space of their feminine energy and just femininity in general. Let me put you on game. Let me go to my thing, because I believe it's still sitting up there. Yep, it's the Lipstick Learning Lab products. So the Lipstick Learning Lab products, what you end up getting is you get all 3 courses for $397. You get Finding My Way Back to Me, which is a course that helps you shift your mindset and experience any type of identity barriers or different things that you may be having. You get 3 courses and you get an ebook with that. And then there's also the course that says A Woman's Guide to Living Intentionally. So if you have not been living intentionally, then this is going to support you and start becoming more intentional, so that you can manifest things really with real intention. And then you also get How to Align with Your Authentic Feminine Design Using 4 Simple Steps, which is the most powerful course out of all of these. I think, in my personal opinion, this is the course where a lot of women have really shifted their identity. One of my clients took this course and she went up 67% in business revenue. One of my clients took this course after her divorce and she was able to do a lot of healing. Another one of my clients took this course and was able to start attracting better partnerships. One of my clients took this course and she was able to really stand in the fullness of her identity, and she started attracting opportunities that was insane, from trips all over the world, all kind of stuff. And it literally comes with you doing this work. Okay, you can get all three of those for $397. The package deal, what it's worth itself, is way more, but since it's still up there, I'll let women go ahead and be able to access it. It is $397 to be able to get the entire bundle. Some of these you may be able to go in and get individually. If you try to get them individually, they'll cost more. But if you want the link to actually get all three of these courses where you don't have to do that, then DM me and I will send you the link for $397. Yes, you can use Affirm, Klarna, and Afterpay. Okay? That's going to help you in regard to your femininity. So if you're new to the femininity journey and you really want to start the process of mastery, you can. That is going to support you in that. And like I said, it's $397. Okay? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, y'all. I have got to get out of here. I did something to my nail, honey. It hurt my hand. I don't know what happened. So I need to figure that out. And I need to get me some food because I am hungry. Thank you to the queens who have made their purchases today. And who will be joining me in the masterclass happening on the 4th. It's going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be so much fun. And it's going to be the structure you need so that you can stop hustling in your business. All right? All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for your time. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing day. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.